Hey y'all, so this episode again is being sponsored by Love to Dip. We're having a partnership with them, and next week, the 7th, will be your last day to partake of this special. So, Love to Dip creates and sells chocolate covered treats. As a small business in Detroit, Michigan, they provide their customers with an experience that your taste buds will never forget. Their treats are not only pretty, but they are fresh, delicious, and made with love. You will enjoy every bite. When you go to lovetodip.com, for those who are watching, you can see it on the screen. You will find Love Pops, aka Cake Pops, Hot Cocoa Bombs, Chocolate Dip Pineapples, Chocolate Dip Strawberries, Fresh Fruit Arrangements, Chocolate Dipped Apples or Caramel Dipped Apples, or you can get a combination of both, Chocolate Dip Pretzel Rods, and much, much more. Again, I swear by these treats. Good friend of mine, she owns lovetodip.com, and it is so good. The packaging is nice. You will love it. Unfortunately, right now they're local, so Metro Detroit. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, Love to Dip is offering the Kicking It with K. Marie audience 10% off your entire purchase. You must use the promo code K Marie Podcast when ordering online or when you direct message them on Facebook or Instagram. Again, lovetodip.com or visit their Instagram page at Love to Dip. Love to Dip is a chocolate covered sweet experience. And now I want you guys to sit back and enjoy the show.
Along the way, oh, could he hang? Some might say, let's go. It's time to turn on your radio. Vibes will flow, just so you know. You're kicking it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go. It's time to turn up your radio. Vibes will flow, just so you know. You're kicking it, okay?
Hey, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in to Kicking It with K. Marie. I am your girl, K. Marie. Thank you thank you. You guys know I am so grateful to have you all watching or listening, and to subscribe if you have not. If this is your first time listening, we are a podcast for the culture. We will have you thinking on this podcast. We give good expert advice. We will have you thinking, and we truly, truly believe that change starts with one conversation. I am a true believer of that. And I just want to say welcome to the month of love. February is the month of love. That's why I'm wearing my red, Hey. And we have a great series for you because, we do series every month. And this is the All About Love series. And for those who have seen some of the promos, you know that we have every week in February already planned out. I have a special guest today. It came about from a Facebook post that I posted. I was asking if there are any men, on my timeline or whatever, who are romantic or consider themselves romantic. Because I know that a lot of men, at least what I've heard, say that they want to be romantic, but they don't know how. Even though we say it on this show, there's Google, because myself, I am, and I hate to say, and I got this from my friend Kim Brooks, who's also a guest. I hate to say I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeful romantic because I like to do romantic things, and I like to be wooed and be romanced back. And I know that a lot of men don't know where to start. So when I asked that question, my guest had me kind of go on another route because of what he said, and I'm going to read that to you once we bring him in. So without further ado, let me introduce you to today's guest. Jason Kulayd Clayton is an American rapper, actor, event promoter, writer, producer, and director, born in Detroit, Michigan. He is best known for films like Count Time the Movie, Detroit Unleaded, 5K1, and Girl Meets Boy. He has professionally worked with recording artists such as T-Pain, Soulja Boy, Tellum, Rudy Ray Moore, aka Dolomite, Swifty McVeigh of D12, Digital Underground, and more. He is currently working on a new film titled My Connect, which will be produced entirely in Inkster, Michigan in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, Kay? Nice to be on the show.
Nice to have you. Thank you so much. That's an impressive bio there.
Thanks. That's just some of the stuff I done in life, but yeah, God been good. That's all I can say.
I know that's right. One thing too about us creators, it's like we don't know how to do just one thing. We do so much stuff. We're gifted in so many areas, and I just find that really fascinating.
Yeah, so you got to keep it moving, man. Creating is a beautiful thing.
It is. It's a very beautiful thing, and it's really nice when we create something that other people are liking what we create.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. So before we get into our topic, season 3, we're starting off when I have a guest. We are starting off with a segment called "What in the World." So,
Yeah, in the world. All right, let's do this.
So, what in the world is basically stories around the world that is kind of bizarre or strange. But this particular one is right here in the US of A. And I chose it because I heard it on when I was watching Kev on Stage. And I was like, what? Is this really happening? I was like, okay, I got to talk about it on my podcast. So, it's this young lady on Twitter. Well, she made a TikTok, but she has a Twitter and Instagram page. But her TikTok went viral. Her name is Samaria Curtis with 2 S's.
Okay.
So she is called Cigar Bay, which is, I'm like, these people are so crazy. But okay, so it starts off, she's telling on her TikTok that she met this guy, right? They've known each other for 2 days. They've been talking and all of that. They've been talking a lot. They have long conversations, just really get to know each other. So their first meetup, they was going to, meet up for the first time. And she wanted to make a good impression. So she, from their talking, he told her how much he loves cigars. So she called up before they went out, to their date, their first date. She called her dad because her dad loves cigars as well. So she told her dad, and her dad gave her a cigar, and he also threw in a cigar cutter. And so she said her mom likes to create. So she was like, hooked up the like the packaging for, with twine and all that good stuff. So she meets up with him and gives him his gift. So he knows that she likes vinyl records, but people was going off on her before they even knew this part. So he knew that she liked vinyl records. So he took her, this is on a date. He took her to his favorite record shop and bought her a couple of vinyls. And this is their first date. So she was getting a lot of flack from a lot of women. Was like, you doing too much. She desperate. You're the gift, and you don't be doing that to a guy. I was like, what? So what do you think about that? What if you're on a date, you meet somebody, for the first time, y'all linking up. You've already been talking for a couple of days, and she shows up with a gift.
What I would think is, number one, she's paying attention to me and the things that I like and dislike. So I have no problem with what she did.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero problem with it. I have a problem with the people who's giving her flack about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where the double standard and the other issues come in between men and women. Why can't she be nice to a man? What's wrong with
Right.
that?
Right.
And what's wrong with him returning the favor and being nice to her? Sounds like you got two people who paid attention to each other who's starting off on the right track, in my opinion.
I
But
agree.
it just, I think it's sad that we have to be ashamed to be nice to people.
Mm-hmm.
That is a problem in this world. And this is, we already at war between men and women. We need a little love and peace. We don't need to keep fighting each other or clowning each other because somebody being nice to the member of opposite sex. So
Right.
what? It was the first date. So what? They talked enough and they recognized that they had some things in common. They obviously liking each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they starting off on the right foot to me.
I agree. I'm baffled as to why she got a lot of flack because, like you said, it's kind of a double standard. Because say he shows a lot of men show up with like flowers or something like that, on the first date, okay, and nobody says anything like, "Oh, he doing too much." Nobody says anything like that. But when she shows up with a gift, and number one, she didn't buy it. She didn't spend money. She didn't spend money. Her dad already had a collection. So she asked her father for one cigar and put it in a nice little box. People was like, she's doing too much. She don't know him, and she already involving her parents in this. I'm like, it's been so many reply videos dogging her on Twitter. It's crazy.
Now I could understand a too much too soon
Yeah.
scenario. I can get that, but to me, this doesn't seem like it's that.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like we talking. She listened. He listened, and somebody said, "You know what? I think I'm gonna do something. Make a nice gesture." I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. It's just, I don't know, the thinking of some people. Now it's doing too much if she went out and bought a car or something like that. But it's that,
Right.
yeah, that's doing too much.
A
But,
watch or something like that. Yeah.
right, but a simple gesture,
Yeah.
nah.
It's one cigar. Like I said, and she didn't even spend money for it.
I would say more power to the sister, and it should be more women out there that's willing to make the first step on a lot of stuff. Because to me, when you're engaging with a person, it's a two-way street. It should never just be the male doing everything at first or the woman doing everything at first. It should be an equal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Everybody look at things differently. I guess my own life experience has taught me to view men and women with without rose-colored glasses. Like
Mm-hmm.
reality. I wouldn't care how pretty a person is. I'm going straight to your heart. I'm going straight to your character.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see nothing wrong with her character, with her actions.
Me neither. And like you said, more power to the both of them. I hope it works out for them. I really do. So that was the what in the world. Like I said, I was like, what in the world, because it went viral for her doing something, like you said, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why we're having this show, and the title of the show is why some men choose not to be romantic or choose not to show that side. Because I'm going to read what you wrote on if I can read it, Lord. uh, what you wrote on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I said, do any of my brothers know how to be romantic? Do you consider yourself a romantic? And you said, I used to be the nice guy when I was younger until trial and error showed me that no matter how well you treat someone, eventually they will lose respect for you being too nice, romantic, accessible, etc. We know how to do a lot for one another, but these days it's a question of should you. Being romantic looks weak to a lot of women. Now, I know I came on, I was like, those some stupid women. If they, if they think that a guy being a romantic is weak. So tell me about your experience. What made you, come to this conclusion?
Well, I think like most guys or most people, period, man. Everybody, we all got this brainwashing, this Disney brainwashing, to where the woman is the princess and the man is supposed to be the knight in shining armor.
Prince Charming.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Stuff. Nah, that ain't always the case. Sometimes it don't come in that package, and to be honest, that way of thinking is wrong because when you as a man, when you do things for a woman, just like the young lady we just spoke about, she got clowned. Well, we get clowned too. We get clowned in different ways. We can get clowned from men. Dog, why you do that? Or we can get clowned from women. Like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? They'll take the gift. Oh, thank you. Or whatever else. And you just another guy. You know what I mean? If a woman is beautiful, she on average got at least 4 guys that's at her attention. So you come along, you want to be Mr. Nice and Sweet and this, that, and the other. And this next guy, he don't got to be Mr. Nice and Sweet. All he got to do is say, hey, what's up? When you facing situations like that, it becomes difficult to stay romantic. When you in situations to where, let's just say, you in a long-term relationship and you doing for your lady, and as a man, you doing for your lady, and this, that, and the other, and someone else is allowed to come in between the picture. At any point, somebody else comes in that picture. You have to question all of your past actions. Why did I do this for this particular person? Why did I make this effort to bring flowers or candy or whatever else? Why am I doing this for this particular person when she got other guys doing the same? Or she is allowing other men to do the same? Part of my statement.
Are you talking about someone who is in a relationship with you?
I'm talking about, yeah, I used that just now as an example. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been doing these romantic things, and then here comes this new guy, this new excitement, oh, somebody she just saw, she just met or whatever, and he's just different. She has an interest in him. Now he's taking that attention away. You know what I mean? He may not purposely be doing it, but she's allowing that to happen.
Yeah.
So when she allowed that to happen, it creates a ripple effect. Everything we do is emotional as well as psychological. Every emotion you feel, somebody made you feel, every piece of joy is going to be in the back of your mind. Every hurt is going to be in the back of your mind. So when you face a situation where you're doing for somebody and they don't appreciate it, in the back of your mind, you're going to always ask yourself, why did I do these things? What prompted me to do these things for this particular person? Why didn't I see certain things ahead of time or whatever? It just makes you question your actions. Now, being more mature than I used to be when I was younger, I understand that we all are accountable for our own actions. Nobody forced you to do anything. Nobody forced you to give to another person. Nobody forced you to be romantic. The problem is, like I said earlier, is when people don't appreciate certain things, and you get basically disappointment for your effort in return.
Mhm.
So I think a lot has to do with women. When women say, well, why don't guys do this anymore? Why don't guys do that anymore? Ask your friend, ask your cousin, ask your auntie, why have they behaved certain way with men? And then you'll get your answers as to why guys don't do things no more. Because with every generation or with every woman, there's a certain responsibility. Okay. Like basically, there's a responsibility for receiving.
Mhm.
You shouldn't receive from a person that you're not willing to give to or whatever, or if you're not trying to do nothing long term, don't have no guy doing nothing romantic for you just to fulfill your fantasy. You know what I mean? It's like let them if you trying to be with a guy, you trying to date him and go long term, that's where the romance part is okay. And that's where it come in at. That's where it's supposed to be. But
Mhm.
if we just hooking up, don't expect all that. On either side, don't expect that.
Right, right, right.
You know?
No, yeah, I get that. And I know it can work, of course, both ways, but I know from, you're coming from, I guess, your experiences. Um,
Mine and others. I watch
yeah.
people, you know what I mean? So I see things happen.
But like I said, though, like that type of person, if they're entertaining different, say they entertain different men, because I remember on the show, a few shows back, I have a relationship panel, and we were talking about how, some women, and they do this. When I heard this, I'm like, what? They may not be really interested in a guy, but they know that the guy's interested in them, and they just hit them up, for a free meal.
Yep. Happens all the time.
All the time, yes. I mean, and that's not cool, and I don't know if these are like the tables have turned type thing, I guess, some women like, hey, well, hey, I'm doing to them what they do to us. Yeah, I've heard that too, you
Mm-hmm.
know. My thing is, just don't be upfront with people. Be upfront. If you don't want to be serious, don't be like, hey, I don't want to be serious. I want to be casual or whatever. My thing is
Right.
just let that person know up front. But I mean, I can see why one would not want to be romantic, especially because I'm not even like this speaking on those who, like as you put it, have this one and that one and this one. I'm talking about somebody that you all been talking, and then you realize that you want to take it to the next level in your relationship, being exclusive or something like that. Um, like that's when the romance should come in, because like I said, a lot of us women, we like the romance. We like to be wooed. We like, to be swept off our feet. But a lot of guys that I've talked to in the past or something like that, I'm not romantic. I mean, I know guys are not romantic by nature. The overwhelming majority. You have some that are, they just know how to be. But I'm just about those guys who want to be romantic but don't know how. Like, what would you say to those type of men?
All right.
And they have a good woman. This is not
Okay.
somebody
So,
who,
so that's the key. They have a woman that's worthy of
yes,
being treated
yes,
romantic. Okay.
yes.
All right. So we go in there with that. Now, if a guy's in a situation like that and he got a good woman but he just a little green in the romance department, I really don't know what to say, because I'm gonna be honest with you. As a man, we don't like to be forced into doing nothing that we don't like to do, or we not used to. It's uncomfortable. We only doing it for you guys. Like, that's the truth.
I mean, and vice versa. We do stuff,
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Y'all go to certain events or watch certain programs y'all don't like watching, but just for us, I get it. But the main thing, I think, for a guy to show his lady that he care and without going overboard, is to just pay attention to her needs. Pay attention to the things that she's discussed with you, because that's where the magic is gonna happen. Me doing something for one person may hit them a certain way, but if I try to do the same thing for the next, they might be like, that's not me. Why would I? That's not me. That doesn't round me up. That doesn't excite me. It's not me. So I would say the number one thing is to pay attention to your lady. Pay attention to the woman that you building with, and see what she likes, and then do something for her based off what she has already expressed to you. If you tell me that you like art, well, guess what? We're going to head to a museum or art gallery or something. If you tell me you like nice food, one day I may come, pick you up, and we go to get something somewhere that you had never been. We may sample some new entrees or whatever. But it's just really as simple as paying attention to your person. It's nothing. It's not rocket science. Right. It's not nothing that a guy gotta, do some magic tricks with. It's just mainly paying attention. That's it. Everybody on this earth is individually unique, and you got to reach the heart of your person and know exactly what to fill that with. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just say, number one, pay attention. And whatever she tells you that she's into, either try to be a part of it or try to bring a new experience to her regarding along those lines.
I agree. You have to, you have to learn her, and vice versa, for, learn, because men, I know you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. And I know you can't speak for all men, but I think that you guys like to be romanced too, right?
Definitely. I mean, it's like this. I feel like there's no reason to get into a relationship, period, unless two people are doing for each other. Meaning, I'm bringing something to your life, you bringing something to my life. Whether it's joy, fun, whatever it is, we are contributing to each other. So men, we definitely like to be paid attention to in certain aspects, or else why would we have you? Like, why would we have a person next to us, if we get zero from them,
Yeah, because I think a lot of women forget that part, because, like I said, because I like romance, but I like to do also, I like to do romantic things for my guy too. But a lot of women, well, not a lot, but some women, they're just focused on their romantic needs being met, and like you said, being in a relationship, it should be we're trying to outdo one another in giving to one another, so to speak. Yeah, I think that, because I think that, again, it's sometimes forgotten that men too like to be wooed. They too like to be romanced, and we need to step up in that area. And men need to step up in that area as well too. So
yeah, definitely. I think it all go back to the overall issue. It's like, what's wrong with being nice? Like, what is wrong with two people doing for each other? Society has made it made it look, weak or whatever to give to your partner in any type of way. And that just really doesn't make sense, because we got men and we got women. if we can't get along with the opposite sex, where did that leave? We have to make it okay to love one another. We have to make it okay to be with a man or a woman and say, hey, this is my partner, and you can show the world whatever. Yeah, I splurge on them. Yeah, I do this with them or whatever. But this person, number one, they gotta be deserving of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they deserving of it and we established all that stuff, nah, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with doing for a person, because I personally love it when somebody expresses some type of interest and effort. I'm a acts of service type person. I'm gonna see your acts of service and I'm gonna be like, okay, she into me. You know what I mean? If I don't see no effort, I'm gonna be like, I'm straight. I'll go a different direction, or I'll be single or whatever. You know what I mean?
Is that your primary love language, act of service?
Yeah, it's more or less like this. I like the simple stuff. I'm a real simple person. I take care of myself. I do me, and so for my basic needs, I'm good. What I would have an interest in a partner for is mainly companionship, doing things, spending time, watching movies, whatever we're gonna do, something simple. I don't necessarily need I don't need to go to the fancy places. I done seen a lot of fancy places in my life. You know what I mean? I done did a lot. So for me, you don't have to impress me with all that. I'm simple. All you got to do is be in my corner. If I call you at 3 a.m, hey, something happened. I need you to come get me. All I want to hear is I'm on my way. That's it. You know what I mean? Those are the things that I care about the most. Practical life things.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned before too that some people do those things to a person, but then they don't necessarily deserve it because they're not really, either they're stepping out or they're doing whatever. Because, and I think too, because I can only speak for myself. I did that with my last relationship. I was cooking, just doing all kind of stuff, And like you mentioned, car, flat tire, car won't start like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting up, meeting him, I'm doing all that kind of stuff, but I guess that's just how I am. And, things didn't work out. And so that sometimes, like, going into the next thing, it's like, I'm not doing X, Y, Z too much because, when I did it to somebody else, they didn't appreciate it. So, and that can be not good as well, because they might be deserving of it. Have you found yourself in that type of position?
Yeah. Both men and women. That's just, you just basically broke down the scenario that I said earlier. It's just like sometimes you do for a person that doesn't deserve it, and you end up feeling like, I don't think I should be romantic no more, or I think I should slow down on the romantic stuff. But here's the thing. Like I said, we all have a personal responsibility to things. Did you learn anything with that relationship?
I did. And, it was correct. That relationship, we were like 2 months out from our wedding, and, people, my audience pretty much knows the story. And, there's some deal breakers. He told me that. I'm like, hey, can't do it. So, yes, I've learned, and that is somebody I gave a second chance to.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. But since you're not connected now,
ex is your ex for a reason. I should have.
Yeah, they're your ex for a reason. But what I mean by ain't nothing wrong with that, because the whole overall situation taught you something. It taught you how to be in your next relationship. It taught you what to appreciate, what not to appreciate, what to deal with, what not to deal with. Each relationship that we have that fails teaches us a lesson.
That's true.
So with that, there's no reason to have regret. There's no reason to look back. Oh, this person did this, did nah, because we allow things. So therefore, it's a two-way street. We both have a responsibility for whatever happened in that relationship. You didn't have to get up and go get them. You didn't have to do certain things, but you did it because of your character, which is nothing wrong with that. Because for me as a man, that's what I look for in a woman. It's like those type of actions, and I won't settle for less than that. So when you dealing with a person that I guess I say didn't appreciate that or didn't, maximize on that opportunity, you have to ask yourself, where do you go from here? And that's pretty much it. Where do you go from here? I don't see nothing wrong with whatever you went through or whatever happened or any other person in that situation. I just know that from now on, I'm not going to be having those same experiences, and I'm going to be a better person for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just say, like, I'm not going to let one woman or failure with one woman stop me from pursuing another. I have a whole life to live. Mm-hmm. And I've had other relationships in the past that didn't work out. Mm-hmm. So what makes me think I won't meet somebody in the future? That's just unrealistic. There's always somebody out there for you, whether they for life or they for a small period. You know what I mean? It's somebody there. So I don't see nothing wrong with people, man, just being themselves and showing them.
I agree. You shouldn't let your past experiences stop you from being the person who you are. Like I said, I'm not going to, I'm not going to not do me, in a relationship. I'm going to be me, but like I said, I'm going to be more watchful, to make sure that, because sometimes we can't do too much and people get, they take that for granted. So, sometimes they're like, just pull back a little bit and, not do so much, in like the next relationship or whatnot, until you can really see like a future with that person or something like that. Then you'll know that, like, okay, so I can like totally like open up myself, to this person. But definitely don't like close yourself off to like finding, wanting, like I said in the previous relationship episode, wanting to find love again. That shouldn't stop you.
That, not only that, it's like, don't be adding too many things to your rule book either. It's like, because when we have failed relationships, man, that rule book get long. People start writing stuff in there. They be like, this happened. Nope, I ain't doing that no more. Nope. You know what I mean? So it's just like, wait a minute, man. Hold on. How's the next guy going to have a chance with that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So my biggest thing, if I meet a woman that I'm interested in, I just want to hang, man, just relax and be yourself. And basically let all the baggage of whatever the past was go. I'm not that guy. I don't know what he did. I don't care what he did because I'm not him. All I want to do is enjoy some time with you. You know what I mean? So whether we hanging here, hanging there, I'm trying to get to know you. I don't care about none of that baggage stuff. So at the end of the day, I noticed with a lot of women, y'all carry baggage. Not just saying, I'm not saying you, but what I'm saying, I noticed with a lot of women that carry baggage and they bring it into that next relationship. And it's hard for the guy to even get to know them, because they got so many rules. We grown. If I want to see you and we both got a house or something like that, hey, I don't see nothing wrong with coming to visit each other. I don't see nothing wrong with meeting and going out to eat, but we ain't about to do that every day or every week or every meeting. That's expensive. I work. Hey, I work hard. You know what I mean? And I ain't about to spend all my bread trying to impress you. You know what I mean? You either like me or you don't. So at the end of the day, simple it's simple to engage with a person, but sometimes people make it too difficult, and it's I don't know. I like down to earth people. I like people who could deal with a emotional trauma fast. Don't take years to deal with emotional trauma. Oh,
Right.
my son's father from 20 years ago hurt me, and I'm still hurt. Oh man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's
You know,
like,
'cause, yeah, no,
dude,
I get that. Because again, on a previous episode, I suggested it was my online dating update. Was that last week? I believe it was last week. And I was saying that you need to be healed before you get into something else. Because like you said, you don't want to take that baggage over to the next relationship because it's not fair to that person at all.
right,
So you do
right.
want to be healed of whatever went on in your past.
See, when you trying to move forward with somebody and they have hesitation, that's like somebody pulling the back of your shirt and holding you back. It's like, I want to go over here and have fun, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to sit back here and wallow in the past, and you holding us up. It's like, I'm trying to, hey, I want to go to the concert tonight. What's up? You know what I mean? And you want to sit in the house because you hurt from something else, or or you confused. You don't know what you want to do with your life yet. It's like, listen, man, I'm a man. I done had plenty of breakups, but you gotta bounce back quick. It's a
Mm-hmm.
whole world out there for both men and women. We all got to learn how to deal with emotional issues faster. Processing things is the key. You have to go to the root of the problem, find out where you fail, find out where they fail, and just
Yeah.
vow never to make the same mistakes. That's just it. Move on. But it's a huge issue when you have blockages. Okay. Who wants to keep hanging around somebody that says no all the time? Hey, you want to go over here? Nah, I don't think so. Hey, you want to do that? Nah, I don't think so. Do you like this color? You like this sweater? Nah, listen, man, you too indecisive for me, or you too negative towards progress. You know what I mean? And I think that if a woman is not ready for certain things, don't give a guy your number. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be exchanging emails or DMs or anything like that because you're giving the wrong signal. Only time that you should be engaging with somebody is if you're ready for whatever they're ready for. Period.
Facts. Facts. I agree with that. I want to before we wrap up here because I want to touch on something that you said a little while back because I'm like I wonder if that's like a generational thing. First of all, are you a millennial?
Man, I don't listen to none of that stuff. I don't like titles. I don't do
I
that.
mean, I'm no, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get like an age
I know the
bracket.
age group, the age, this, that, and the other. I don't like to label myself nothing. I'm Jason. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm not no
No,
millennial.
I
This, that, and
say
the other.
that
Jason.
because you were saying that uh, I guess the women that you come in contact with or that you've seen, um, they view like a man being romantic as weak. And I'm just trying to see is I wonder if that's like a generational thing because like me, because I'm 45. I'm not ashamed to say I'm blessed. um, like in my generation, we don't we it's like we like what we don't see that because I know like underneath some my posts and all that kind of stuff they're like what type of women is that so I'm not sure if it's like the younger women that's viewing that as being weak. I'm like where is that coming from like
It's like this. It's there are different types of women.
yeah.
There's different caliber of women.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talking about the ones that don't appreciate, these are the fun girls. These are the girls that are fun girls that you don't even know that they fun girls until later, because again, everything is a facade or image, in the beginning. So just like you explained that there's some women who just be like, sure, he like me let him take me out and all this other stuff. Well, those are the girls who think that's weak because they just looked at you as a sucker. Oh, he'll do it. You know what I mean? Oh, I want to go over here and eat the such and such. It's $300 a plate. He'll do it. You know what I mean? It's just like, no. See, that's where the weakness comes in. That's where women get to taking advantage of you and thinking that you just slow or something like that because you being nice. Because you have a genuine interest, you done locked in on something about them that you like, and you trying to make some effort towards that. You might be serious, but they not. And if they not, they know they not, but they leading you on and giving you time and attention based off what they trying to get from you. So it's an issue with that. Now, a real woman, a mature, sophisticated, God-fearing woman, nah. I don't think that she would look at it like that. I think she would appreciate that more.
Yeah.
You know, so it comes to a point of worthiness. Is a person worthy of receiving romantic attention? Because again, on both sides, men and women, whether we doing something for each other or not, it costs to do something. Some stuff don't cost, but a lot of stuff do. The 98% of the stuff that you do for another person costs. If you drive to see them, that costs. That's gas. You know what I mean? So anything like that. So when you think about the effort from another person, I think that a real woman who works for hers and who just deserves a good man, this, that, and other, she'll appreciate a guy making some effort. But the girl who got 20 guys calling her all the time, this, that, and other, she don't care about your efforts. She look at you like another sucker on her line, and she gonna get you for what she gonna get you for whatever day she decided to get you for it, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're not special to her. You may go out, you may even engage with her, but she's not in love with you, and this is not going anywhere. So therefore, everything that you do romantically is all in vain. So I think to clarify that up, it depends on the type and caliber of woman that you're dealing with. It's all women are not the same, just like all men not the same.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So I do have viewers. I'm on every platform. And I do have, people that watch this. So Jason, somebody might be watching this, but like, oh, okay, he talking good. So, so are you single in these streets or no?
I'm single. I'm just kind of dating and testing the waters. You know what I mean? We all been through our trials and tribulations with relationships. So I got out of one not too long ago, and I'm just kind of testing. I'm really not focused on a relationship. I'm more focused on career, but at the same time, I'm open to meeting somebody. Of course, I love engaging with somebody intellectual and things like that. I'm really more or less looking for that match. That person that got that personality that is just smooth with. Smooth. Difficult. I don't like feeling difficult and odd, and I don't want that person to feel difficult and odd. I want something to be smooth. So until I meet that, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I am open. You know what I mean? I come from a traditional family background. Like my grandparents and stuff was very dear to my heart, and they was married for over 50 years. So, you know what I mean? So when I look at things like that and the way they dealt with each other in that household, I can't accept nothing less. I can't. Why would I engage with another person if they not serious like I'm serious?
No, that's true. You should get how am I gonna say this? Like you should get what you want, and you should get what like whatever you put out that they match it. I mean, is that so hard to do?
And it ain't even gotta be. I'm not even looking for nobody perfect or nothing like that. I'm just looking for somebody perfect for me. Like if you can get with me on my level, I'm a creator, so I create all the time. I'm an intellectual. I'm a writer. So these are the things I'm doing. My life is pretty much entertaining all the time, and you know what I mean. But I do make time. I do make time for my personal life. I cut them off separate. My
Yeah.
personal life is totally different than my professional life, you know. But I will be appreciative if I find somebody that can appreciate what I do. You know what I mean,
Yes.
and vice versa. I can appreciate.
Again, we creatives, we know we because I don't know about you because at one point I was like I need another creative so they'll understand how I operate and all that kind of stuff, and or if they're not a creative but they're just willing um to just like go with whatever that I'm doing, supportive in that way.
Mhm.
So trust me, I get it. I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So before we wrap up, I do want you to, I know I read off some movies that you've done. Is there any way that people can watch them, stream them? So at this point, you can go ahead and give out that information, and as well as like your social media handles, and I'm also put that in the episode description, just in case somebody want to, reach out to you or something like that.
Okay. Well, as of right now, they can go to counttimethemovie.com. They can go to patiencemovie.com. And, just check out those couple projects. I have plenty of things on YouTube that they could watch, from music videos to short films. But they could just type in Kulayd, Kulayd, and pretty much anything will come up on Google or, or the YouTube search or whatnot.
All right, y'all hear that? And you're in Detroit or Metro Detroit area, right?
Yes, definitely. We right near Metro Airport.
Okay. All
Detroit
right,
Metro
y'all.
Airport.
And then, so before I close up, I want to promote Wanted Love movie. That's my movie premiere. That is a short film, and it's going to be Romance at the Riviera on February 14th. We just have a few tickets left. It's going to be a red carpet premiere event. Myself, as well as my classmates, under the hand of Tamashian Jones. He is a great 3-time Emmy-winning producer from the D, y'all. Okay, and he
What's
have
up?
a lot to say and to show us, and he taught us all about filmmaking. And we came up with the concept. We directed, we wrote, we did castings, we did everything, and we did a 15-hour shoot for the movie. So you guys come if you want to come. Make it a date. If you don't have a date, come. Just come by yourself or come with your girls, come with your homeboys. There's gonna be some women there. So if you're single,
That sound like a nice event, nice day, nice concept. You know what I mean? Everything seems like it's gonna blend well.
yeah. So just come on out, and to get tickets, just go to wantedlovemovie.com. And red carpet starts at 7. And I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much, Jason, for coming on. I really appreciate your insight on this subject. I know that it will help some people out there, and some men that's listening, some women that's listening. Maybe you're the type of woman that's doing this stuff. Just reflect and think and ask yourself, okay, why am I doing this? And just trying to change. Or if you don't want to change, just be upfront with people. Just be upfront. That's all. Just be
Honesty is
honest.
a key. Yep, definitely.
Let's be honest.
Definitely. Well,
So
it's been a
everybody,
pleasure.
oh,
It's
thank you
definitely
so
been a
much.
pleasure being a guest and everything. And I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you so much. And we're gonna wrap up here. And I see everybody next week. Bye.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. It's time to turn up your radio.